Y'all are celebrating 30 years.
30 years, our tricennial.
Tell me how it has been given the effects of COVID coming back out. You know, the children would not have been able to do face-to-face dancing for a while.
I think it was hard. It was hard because quite a great fraction of our dancers kept their distance. And when I say kept their distance, going to school online took its toll on our dancers, especially considering that it was mandatory to go to school online. So then we found that our numbers online as well for classes were drastically reduced. Parents were not keen on having the children come up face to face, and we must acknowledge also that dance spaces were closed. So as we went online, the more disciplined dancers came online, and in a lot of instances they would have been the younger ones. But we had about 6 dancers in our junior course, 6 to 7, 8 maximum, who when we started to open up wanted to come face to face, because we had children who wanted to do face to face, but our studio that we used was not open. So you know, you had variables at work. Those wanting to do face to face, the space was closed. Those wanting to do face to face and opting not to come online, they had been saturated with it. And as a teacher for 42 years, I could very much. So we made the most of it. When spaces opened for performances, obviously those juniors and seniors, the seniors were okay, but those who were willing to come out face to face, obviously that was their reward, you know. So we still came out and did things, although the studio was closed. I live quite central. I live near to the NCF where we rent their studio, and I have a big lawn. Thank God for that. So our neighbors and at Wanstead Heights, they were not very perturbed, because we didn't do it every day and for long hours, but when we had to do rehearsals, people came. You know, it was tough. Money was not flowing. We still had our commitments, but we made it through. And I'm happy to see that our dancers, as young children and young adults, have experienced a time such as this. Sometimes we are pretty comfortable in our day-to-day existence, especially if we deem ourselves privileged. And I think sometimes those little knocks in life can only serve to make you stronger. But we are out now, and we're still cautious, and we're ensuring that, you know, there's a lot to deal with and navigate, the protocols that we've got to set up, because once parents allow their children to come out, then I think the onus is on us to ensure that the space is safe. And so we have to be constantly speaking, because we are dealing with social beings who like to be close to each other. So we have to be constantly policing, but it is worth the effort. So our 30th anniversary will be a lot different from what our 25th looked like. Even in terms of our service this morning, we did not get the numbers that one would have anticipated, but we didn't mind. I think we had a good representation of all ages of the group. Today, as I said, this is our tricennial anniversary. It is associated with the pearl, and we asked our dancers to wear their pearls to church today. Dress however you felt like, wear your pearls and come. And as you can see, the dance was in tribute to life. We have so much to thank God for. We've had deaths, you know, we've had so much. We've had dancers, of course, who themselves would have contracted the virus and lived to see that they did not succumb. So we thought that our ambassador song, Red Plastic Bag, I'm Alive, I chose today to call the piece Blessings for Life, choreographed by Keisha Amory Lewis, who happens to be one of our senior members who would have been dancing with us from possibly the age of, well, on the my direction at Urdiston Primary School, she would have been dancing with the Urdiston dancers. And once she left Urdiston Primary and went off the lodge, she joined the children's company. So she went from children to juniors to seniors. She's now at the helm of the group in management, and she studied that. She was, I think, our second, possibly or second NIFCA recipient of the dance scholarship, and she choreographed this morning's dance. So for the anniversary, I like to say that we go from April to March 2023. This is a year we have decided, because of protocols and COVID, that we will span ourselves throughout the year. We got to look at how Barbados opens up. I can see that numbers are beginning to climb. I'm very conscious. So in this month, we did not ask to do a church service as we have done previously. We've had our Thanksgiving services for 20th anniversary and 25th. We joined the congregation here. At a later date, we will have a Thanksgiving service.